Hello, and happy 2017. This is Jeff Bird with Jeffrey Bird Coaching, and I'm glad you joined me today. I hope that your new year is off to a great start. I hope it's your best year ever. And today I want to look at how to make the greatest progress possible going forward in 2017. And I want to look at it from the perspective of letting go of what's behind and what's in the past, really being freed up from that mentally and emotionally so that you can invest your energy not in reliving the past, but in investing and growing and moving into the future. Now, perhaps you saw the interview I did a couple of weeks ago with Steve Fedden, who is a pastor up in Fluvanna County, Virginia. And if you did, you may remember that he made the comment that in all of the counseling he does with individuals, with couples, married, engaged, with families, that when it comes to relationships, 9 out of 10 of the conversations he has with people centers around forgiveness. Well, that's huge, because think about it, everything we do is about relationships, either with ourselves, within our families, within our businesses, our business teams, corporate teams, within our communities, or with God. Everything. We're relating to ourselves and to everyone else all the time. And so if forgiveness comprises 90% of the relational issues that we have, then that's an issue worth considering a little more deeply. So I want to think about that today. And when it comes to forgiveness, I want to suggest this, that whether it's an issue where we need forgiveness, either from ourselves, from other people, or from God, or if it's forgiveness that we need to grant to someone else, there's one common denominator in all of those scenarios, and it is always an issue of value. The only thing I ever need to be forgiven for is because I didn't properly value someone else. The only thing I ever need to forgive someone for is because they didn't properly value me. Now, that lack of value can take on tens of thousands of different manifestations, but the core issue is always the same. Somebody didn't see someone according to their true value and worth and act in a way that was in accordance with it. So when it comes to forgiving people, this is very important. The more connected I am to my true worth, my true value, the less I need other people to affirm that. And when they fail to affirm it or act against it, I am far more free to forgive them, to let it go, to see their value and their potential, even if they don't recognize it themselves, and to act in a way that gives the greatest chance for them to see it and to grow. For the person who doesn't have a very strong sense of personal worth or value, either through experiences in time-space repetition where they had negative messages just lived in and day out, often from family, friends, other important people, or who have had a serious emotional impact in a single traumatic event. You know, we may think on a global level of 9/11. That was a single traumatic event that forever changed the way we see our world and our safety, our security. Or it can just be something, somebody, a parent who doesn't, build up a child or who finds fault with them on a daily basis. And it can occur over time, space, repetition. But however it occurs, the person who doesn't have as clear a sense of worth and value is going to have a more difficult time forgiving. They're going to be wanting more from other people. And when they don't get it, they're going to have a harder time letting it go and moving on. So what I want to suggest is that every single one of us have to place, by nature of being human, we have to place our personal worth and value in something. It can be in our portfolio, it can be in our intelligence, it can be in our looks, it can be in our relationships, it can be just, I mean, you pick it, athletic ability, whatever. But every single person, no one is exempt from this, is placing their sense of value in something. And the more stable the thing that you place your sense of value in, the less affected you will be by how people treat you, and the more readily you'll be able to forgive. So my suggestion in this new year, in 2017, is to, as greatly as possible, deepen your personal sense of worth and value. Place it in things that cannot be shaken. And as you may have heard me say before, I believe that I can tell how valuable anything is to anyone by what they will give up for it, be it a watch, a purse, shoes, a car, a house. And I believe that I can tell how valuable I am to God by what He's been willing to give up for me, to forgive me for not thinking and valuing Him properly, and then to forgive everyone else. Now, you may not believe that, and you don't have to, but we do. Every one of us has to find something in which we place our sense of worth and value. And the stronger that is, then the stronger we're going to be. The better we're going to be able to let those offenses go. And instead of spending our time and energy replaying what people did wrong to us, replaying those scenarios, making agreements with those false messages that they communicated, we're going to be able to cling to the truth about our identity and our potential and our purpose and move forward in those. Wish the other people the best. God bless them. Hope they see clearly one day. I'm going to let it go. I'm not going to demand it from them. And I hope they get better. But in the meantime, I'm moving on in my direction towards my strengths, playing to my strengths, lining up with my purpose, and adding as much value to other people as I can. I hope this is helpful for you. I'd love to hear from you if you have questions about this issue of forgiveness. It's a big topic. I'd love to hear from you. Feel free to write me a comment, send me an email or a message, and hope you have a fabulous 2017. I'll see you next time.